Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about eukaryotes. So let's start our topic with introduction. Eukaryotes are one of the two major categories of life. The other category is prokaryotes. Eukaryotic organisms include a wide variety of life from such as animals, plants, fungi, and protists. These organisms are defined by presence of true nucleus enclosed by membrane and various specialized organelles that perform distinct cellular function. Understanding eukaryotes is fundamental to biology as they encompass the vast majority of complex life forms. Definition of eukaryotes. Eukaryotes are organisms whose cells contain a membrane-bounded nucleus and other membrane-bounded organelles. The term eukaryotes comes from the Greek word eu that means true and karyon that means nucleus. So it is a combination of two words eu and karyon that means true nucleus. So that distinguishes them from prokaryotes that do not have a true nucleus. Characteristics of eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells have several defining features that include membrane-bounded nucleus that contains DNA. Second feature is organelles such as mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, and lysosome. Third feature is complex internal structure that is present with the cytoskeleton. And fifth is cell division that occurs through mitosis or meiosis. Sixth, there is multiple chromosomes that are arranged in linear fashion in eukaryotes. Sixth, there is presence of ribosomes for protein synthesis that are larger than the ribosomes of prokaryotes. Seventh, there is plasma membrane that regulates the entry and exit of substances. These features contribute to the ability of eukaryotic cells to perform complex and specialized functions. Types of eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic organisms are broadly classified into four major kingdoms. First is kingdom Animalia. That is multicellular organisms that are heterotrophic and they usually have a nervous system and the ability to move. Examples of kingdom Animalia include humans, birds, and insects. Second kingdom of eukaryotic cells is kingdom Plantae. That is the organisms that are multicellular autotrophic organisms that perform photosynthesis using chlorophyll. Examples of them include tree, grasses, and algae. Third kingdom is kingdom fungi that are the organisms that can be unicellular or multicellular and obtain nutrients through absorption. Example of kingdom fungi include yeast, mold, and mushrooms. Next is kingdom Protista, that is a diverse group that includes mostly unicellular organisms with varying characteristics. Examples of them include amoeba, paramecium, and euglena. Now let's talk about structure of eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells are highly organized. The major components of eukaryotic cells include nucleus that contains the cell's genetic material, that is DNA mostly. So it is surrounded by a double membrane called the nuclear envelope. It has site of RNA synthesis and ribosome production. Second structural feature of eukaryotic cells is cytoplasm, that is a gel-like substance that fills the cell. It suspends organelles and supports metabolic activity. Third structural feature is mitochondria, that is also known as powerhouse of cell. It is site of ATP production through cellular respiration. Next structural feature is endoplasmic reticulum, that may be rough endoplasmic reticulum or smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosome and is involved in protein synthesis, while smooth endoplasmic reticulum is involved in lipid synthesis and detoxification. Next structural feature of eukaryotic cell is Golgi apparatus that modify and packages and transport proteins and lipids. Next structural feature is lysosome that contain digestive enzyme to break down waste and cellular debris. Now let's talk about structure of eukaryotic cells further. It has ribosomes, that is site of protein synthesis, that is may be found free in the cytoplasm or may be attached to endoplasmic reticulum. Next structural feature of eukaryotic cell is cytoskeleton that provides shape, support, and help with intracellular transport. Next structural feature is plasma membrane, that is semi-permeable membrane that controls movement of substance into and out of the cells. Some cells contain chloroplasts like in plants for photosynthesis and vacuoles for storage and maintaining cell rigidity. Now let's talk about cell division in eukaryotes. Eukaryotic cells divide by two main processes. First is by mitosis that produces two genetically identical cells and it is used for growth and repair of the organism. Second cell division way is meiosis, that produce gametes that may be sperm and eggs with how the genetic material that is essential for sexual reproduction. These processes ensure genetic continuity and variation in eukaryotic organisms. Now let's talk about differences between eukaryotes and prokaryotes. While prokaryotes like bacteria and arches are simple unicellular organisms without a nucleus, eukaryotes are more complex and can be unicellular or multicellular. The presence of organelles and compartmentalization of function gives eukaryotic cells their complexity and efficiency. Evolution of eukaryotes. Eukaryotes are believed to have evolved from prokaryotic ancestors through a process called endosymbiosis, where certain prokaryotes began living inside other prokaryotes, eventually becoming organelles like mitochondria and chloroplasts. This theory is supported by the fact that mitochondria and chloroplasts have their own DNA and resemble bacteria in structure. Importance of eukaryotes. Eukaryotes play an essential role in ecological balance and human life as kingdom and plantae that produce oxygen and serve as a base of food chain. Animals that contribute to biodiversity and ecosystem dynamics. In eukaryotes, we have fungi that decompose organic matter and form symbiotic relationships. In eukaryotes, we have protists that contribute to aquatic food webs and disease transmission. In biotechnology and medicine, eukaryotic cells are used in research, genetic engineering, and drug development. Conclusion of this lecture video. Eukaryotes represent a major evolutionary leap in the complexity of life. Their distinct cellular organization allows for a high level of specialization and function, enabling the formation of complex multicellular organisms. From the smaller protists to the larger animals, eukaryotic cells form the foundation of life as we know it. Studying these cells is key to understanding biological system, evolution, health, and disease. And this was all about eukaryotic cells. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching.